What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Keeping It Real podcast, where every week we talk all things movies and TV. I'm your host, James Porter, and joining me as always are my co-hosts, Jack, Calvin, and Reese. This week, right before the launch of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, we're doing a Marvel 2021 preview where we discuss all the upcoming movies and shows in the MCU hitting our screens this year. Enjoy. Who's excited for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Premiering on Friday, Jack. 2 days.
Oh, yes. In 2 days.
In 2 days' time.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Showbiz.
Did everyone watch the latest trailer?
Yeah, I watched it earlier.
Today, yeah.
What were we all thinking? Didn't really show a lot more, did it?
No, not a lot more. I don't know why they keep showing so many trailers of things these days. I was just maybe like one or two, but I don't really want a new
I
trailer.
feel like
We didn't need another trailer. Like we
feel
had
like
like,
nowadays-
what, 2 weeks ago?
they just give away too much. Like, you watch some trailers and you're like, right, I know everything's going to happen now. Like, I feel like you don't need that many trailers.
Well, yeah. Again, it didn't really show that much more. But the timing of it is bad because the review embargo just got lifted on Justice League as well.
Oh yeah, it did.
And like an hour before they put out a trailer, and like you're gonna get buried on Twitter.
Yeah, about the show that I am looking forward to the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think it'll be
I'm
like a
really
nice
excited.
change of pace because I think it was a good idea to swap how they release the shows, like releasing WandaVision first because you've got your emotional character study there, and now we're gonna get the sort of action comedy buddy cop dynamic
Comedy
to sort of
is
take
lethal
yeah
weapon,
to sort of take away from something to just soothe us back into. We don't want to just be dealing with grief every single thing they
Getting on Disney Plus.
I wanna watch Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes humble. I want them to humble some villains. I just want to watch them get absolutely batter them.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to some kind of just straight up balls to the walls action in it. That's what you want in it.
Has anyone seen the reviews for the first episode?
No, I haven't seen it.
No,
They're all
I'm
positive.
blind.
They're all positive.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Zemo again. I think he's one of my favorite MCU villains. And
Yeah.
Surprisingly,
Changed
he
from the norm.
actually has it. Apart from Thanos, he has the most effect on the way the MCU is at the moment, like leading it to go into the Sokovia Accords. Like he's done so much. So I think it's nice to see him get his due. And obviously he looks more comic book accurate now with his purple mask, which just looks cool.
It does look cool. Well, yeah, because if he hadn't, broken up the Avengers in Civil War, then Infinity War probably would have gone differently.
Yeah, definitely.
It would only have been one
Infinity War.
movie.
Yeah,
Zemo.
Thanos lands, they dispatch him instantly.
Yeah, and I like them fleshing villains out, bringing them back so they can be like a rounded character, not just leaving them for one film and then they die at the end or something. I thought he was a really intriguing character. And I just like that he's just a man on the mission. He's not a purple space titan who's bent on this megalomaniac sort of view. He's
a purple human.
Yeah, purple human. Yeah.
Confirmed cameos in this. We've got Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova. Yeah, that got confirmed. So we're actually going to see her first here, not Black Widow.
Yeah.
Which I wonder how that will change things.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of weird.
It's insane, considering we should have seen Black Widow like a year ago by now.
Yeah. Will it ever come out?
Yeah, I mean,
I saw that one of the other cameos that might be confirmed is Rhodey might be in this one.
He's confirmed. Yeah.
I think he is confirmed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we expecting? I don't think we'll get much from him. Maybe a couple of scenes.
No.
Is he going to set up Armor Wars?
It would be like one of those things where it's like they have a phone call and it's from him, and then that'll be it probably.
Depends on my mission.
Like,
Maybe.
I think the biggest thing to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier is the state, like where Steve Rogers, like, is he alive? Is he dead? Like, because it does look in the trailer, it looks like to be like a funeral scene.
Yeah.
But then also,
I
it
think
would be
he is dead.
It would also be quite cool if he was like, in a retirement home somewhere, and they just keep going to him for like advice, just to say like as an old mentor.
I don't think we're gonna get that.
No, we're not gonna get that. But yeah,
we're gonna get a CGI'd photo of old Captain America.
Oh yeah.
And that will be it. It'll be just a still from Endgame.
Yeah.
They couldn't get him back to do another picture, so they just took a still from Endgame, put that up. It was
in the latest trailer as well. There's a bit where the Falcon's like practicing with the shield, and he is doing some absolutely mad acrobatics.
Right? I was like, I think
I was watching it, and I was like, Steve. Yes, Steve could only do that because he was like a super soldier. You're just a man.
Soldier.
He's a bloke.
Yeah, he does. He tends to do like quite a lot of spins and flips in his wings, though. He just has to learn those on the ground.
Yeah, but like that's because he's propelled in the air, whereas now he's just throwing himself and he's doing this like mad 900 spin.
I think it is going to be interesting to see the kind of at the start of it, because I reckon we're obviously going to have this angle where Bucky is proper bitter. I reckon.
I don't think we are going to.
I reckon not for very long. I reckon it'll be like maybe like an episode or two, but I reckon he's going to be, a little bit of a baby about it that he didn't get.
I don't know, because that wasn't the impression I got at the end of Endgame.
No, not at all.
I think he went in when Steve was leaving. He knew the plan. He knew what was happening.
Yeah, I thought he'd already been told.
Yeah,
because that's why he doesn't run around saying, "Steve, where are you?" sort of thing.
Yeah. I think he's going to be fine with it. Are we all happy with Falcon getting a shield and not Bucky?
Yeah, that's what I wanted that. That's
what I think. But I think quite early in the show it's taken off them by the government, because the government want to choose who's going to be obviously US agent, White Russell, but also they wouldn't want a Bucky or Sam to be Captain America, because at this point they're still criminals.
Yeah.
They're still. So the whole, I think that's why they meet up with, I can't remember her name, Agent Carter's niece.
Sharon Carter.
Yeah, Sharon Carter. I think she's going to be helping them sort of on the run, and then they're going to be going around trying to fight Zemo or something, whatever plan he has.
Well, I don't know what Zemo's plan is, but I think the main, antagonist, physical, threat, I think they're called Flag Smashers.
Yeah, there's Flag Smashers. Yeah, there seem to be like a sort of anarchist group against patriotism.
And which looks like they're all super powered.
Yeah,
super soldiered up.
They also seem to be led by Saruman. Have you seen they have the hand of Saruman, like the Uruk-hai on their head? Also, I don't know if I want it to be like a couple of villains who are like clones of the super soldier serum again. Like we've had that in so many Marvel films, that duality, Black Panther, like Eric Killmonger just gets the gold Panther suit in Iron Man 1, Obadiah Stane is just an Ironmonger. I'm a bit fed up with that, but I do think it'll be a good route to go in to show how the American government might have done some evil things trying to replicate the super soldier serum.
Yeah,
I think it'll probably unearth some shady things that they had done over the years trying to replicate the new Captain America.
Maybe, yeah. Are we expecting US Agent to be a threat, or?
I think they might get into some sort of fight once or twice, but I think he's probably maybe just sort of. I just expect him to be sort of misguided. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be a bit of an obstacle, isn't he? Rather than being a threat, he's just kind of going to get in the way, like not like in a negative way. He's going to think he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, because I saw
do a really bad job of it, probably.
I've seen US Agent in the comics has both fought Captain America as an enemy, but other times he's also stood in for him. So they can go either way with it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, so this is confirmed to be, it's 6 episodes, around 40, 50 minutes each.
So half an hour without ads.
The first episode apparently is 40 minutes without credits. The first episode.
Crazy.
So
are they doing?
We will see.
2 episodes again?
I think
two episodes on the Friday or just one?
I think it's just the one releasing this Friday.
I saw earlier that Kevin Feige hasn't ruled out a season 2 for this. So that'll be interesting.
Well, I think it'd be unwise to, it's one of those things. See how well it does, see how well it's received, and then go from there. Yeah, but I think it is going to be a contained story. It is going to start and it is going to get wrapped up.
Yeah, definitely. Because Bucky really needs to get his due. in the last two Avengers films, he would sideline
Yeah.
so badly. He can, like, do you know the Battle of Wakanda?
This bit kills
when
me.
Cap and T'Challa run in, Bucky can run as fast as them. We've seen him do it in Civil War in the sequence. So what does he do? Is he just like, I'll just do a slow jog?
Yeah.
Because
he's got
maybe the gun is really heavy.
I don't get why he's just shooting
Vibranium
people.
arm weighing him down.
I don't get why he's just got a gun. Like, get in there and like get involved. Have a scrap.
Get stuck in there.
He's essentially Captain America with a vibranium arm.
Yeah. And his arm didn't get enough screen time for my liking. His arm is sick.
Yeah, the new one.
Like black and gold. It's so good.
Get it. Gotta get loads of that.
I think Bucky's like a super underutilized character. I really, really enjoy him in all the films. And I think Sam and Bucky's relationship is one of my favorite parts of Civil War. When they're just like, they're they're comrades, but they also can't stand each other.
It's that bit in the car, innit? When he's like, you move, and he's just
Can
like,
you move your seat up?
No.
Yeah, that's just like all mates all across the world are exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, their chemistry's so good. Like, because they got paired on the Infinity War press tour, and their back and forth is incredible. They got paired on Civil War as well. And I think this is the result of that chemistry is definitely this show. I don't think it would have come around without
definitely.
that.
I noticed in the trailer, and I did a bit of research on it. Do you know, in the trailer you see establishing shots of this neon city, and then they're in it. I'm assuming that's where the club scene happens.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of people have been theorizing that this is like another fictional nation called Madripoor.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and apparently it's like a frequent sort of stomping ground for the X-Men and especially Wolverine. So imagine it's not going to happen, but imagine Wolverine, the new Wolverine
rocks up
in the middle of it.
I think after WandaVision, it would be unwise to go into another one of these shows, which is so early in Phase 4, and expect the X-Men to be in
How much of a curveball would that be, though? If all the way through WandaVision, everyone was like, we're going to get the X-Men, and then they just pop up in Falcon Winter Soldier, like, everyone would be like, well, okay.
I'm definitely going into this show differently than I did with WandaVision, expecting a lot of setup. I'm expecting this, just a contained story.
Big set action pieces. Don't have to massively try and overthink everything. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, and that is definitely going to tie into Black Widow in some way, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are going to tie. Obviously, it's all going to tie into each other. I don't know. Speculating about that. But
obviously, we've got the Florence Pugh crossover.
Yeah,
and it's definitely more of that side of Marvel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shall we move on to Black Widow?
Yeah, let's talk about Black Widow.
That's coming out May 7th.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yet to be seen. Would you have preferred this to go straight to Disney Plus, or are you happy to just wait?
I'm happy to wait, but what I am most concerned about is it coming out maybe in the US before it comes out in the UK, and then if spoilers get out anywhere online, I think that's going to be a risk because it is a big film. Like most Marvel films do tend to blow up Twitter and stuff.
I think because it is Marvel, and when they know people go crazy for spoilers and stuff, I don't think they will release it without a worldwide go ahead.
Okay, that's true, yeah.
And it's Black Widow as well, so it's not exactly Avengers. So I think that they're happy to just keep pushing it back until. I think that's going to be a very self-contained story.
Yeah, unless it goes down the route of bringing her back again. I think a lot of people. I think killing her off. I think a lot of people are more interested in the film just to see how that sort of works into everything.
Yeah, there was a theory going around that somehow it will tie into Endgame and bring her back, but I don't know. I kind of don't want it to. Her death was so powerful in Endgame. It really worked.
Yeah, her death in Endgame as well really shocked me. Even though you knew they were both, her and Hawkeye were both going back to Vormir to get the Soul Stone.
One of them had to go.
It it never occurred to me until they got there, and then when they got there and they see the red skull, I was like, oh shit.
Want us to die?
Yeah, one of them's gonna die. Like, it was so naive of me. I was like, they're just gonna grab it and they're just gonna go.
Yeah, I was really caught off guard. I was like, in my mind, I was like, now it's definitely Hawkeye, because he's always been that like red hair.
They will never kill Hawkeye.
You know, they're gonna. He might die this time, and then I was like, right, this is it. They've got to kill him off this forever. Time. And yeah, I was completely caught off guard when she ended up going over there.
What I am looking forward to in Black Widow is seeing. Well, I'm really looking forward to David Harbour basically as the Red Guardian.
Say that.
Oh, he looks great.
Yeah, I like this idea of Russia trying to replicate Captain America, and he's just turned into this overweight, deadbeat guy. He's just really struggling, but I just think he's going to be great.
David Harbour's great in most of the stuff he does. So
I think the whole cast looks just class. Like, I love Florence Pugh. I think she's going to be amazing, and if they keep bringing her into like basically filling the Black Widow void, I think that's going to be sick.
Yeah, because Black Widow is just a title.
They're going.
So
yeah,
he could just.
They're all Black Widows, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've also, I'm really intrigued to see who Taskmaster is. Like, is it going to be someone that we've already seen? But then in the comics, Taskmaster like has a power. Like, he can copy people's fighting techniques and like their stances and stuff. But I think in this, he's just. Yeah, almost, but it's more like grounded. Like, he just like, he researches and like figures it all out. Like, that's how it's going to be. Not going to be a power.
They tend to go that way in the MCU more. It's like Falcon. What's it called? It's called Red Wing.
Red Wing.
Yeah. That's an actual Falcon, whereas in this is like technology. I do think they're going to go down the technology route with Taskmaster.
I think the biggest, like, on his helmet, he's got like a camera.
Yeah.
On his mask.
Yeah.
So I think that's how he
probably records them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see him like watching footage of Iron Man 2, don't you? In the trailer.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing about Taskmaster is like, who could it be? But you just said he. Like, a lot of people are theorizing that it's actually a woman. And
I thought it was Rachel Weisz for the longest time.
Yeah, it could still be though. She could be pretending to be this mothering character whilst sort of playing, the double agent type thing. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they down that route. The film would end a lot earlier if Taskmaster could replicate Thor's and Hulk's powers. That would really bring the film to a standstill.
Well, yes, when the trailer,
I've just been reviewing all this footage of Wanda at the battle against Thanos. So I just just practicing my magic.
Well, apparently, according to WandaVision, everyone has that footage. So
cool. Yeah, everyone just knows about that.
Everyone watched Endgame.
You know what I really hope in this show?
Film.
I want to know. This film. I want to know what happened in Budapest with Hawkeye, because they bring it up every turn.
I'll definitely find out.
I just want to know. It's really annoying because it sounds mental.
Do you think they'll do like a flashback or something to that?
Potentially.
I don't know. I don't even mind if they just explain it, to be honest.
So
no, I just quite like them. You just know they're close. Yeah, you just know they've got history together, and that brings them closer. I don't really need to see what happened in Budapest.
I think it's Marvel. They probably will show it or shed some light on it.
Yeah, probably. I definitely think it's going to be dealing with like some sort of doomsday scenario plot. Like, I don't know if it's the final battle that you see in the trailer, but it looks to be in some sort of like factory setting, like Taskmaster or someone else is sort of planning a big event.
Yeah. Well, it almost looks like I assume the ending is like when she's in that snowy place and she's wearing that white suit.
Yeah.
I assume that's the end. I got like real James Bond vibes from just that area. Like, it looks like something that James Bond would have to go into at the end of one of his movies.
Just killing endless enemies.
Yeah.
I do like the route that goes down with all these other Black Widows, and they're sort of like being controlled by Taskmaster probably in some way. And I quite like that it's a really personal mission for Black Widow, Natasha. Like, she has to go and confront the very thing she's been spending her whole life running away from. I just think that'll be a really good motivator for the film.
I do think it's kind of a shame that she had to like die in Endgame for this film to become real. Like, I feel like, why are they only giving us this film now? I don't know why she couldn't have had one earlier, because she's always been a strong character.
I think it's been in the works for a long time, though. I've heard rumours of Black Widow's solo film for like 5-6 years, but I think it's just getting
rumours.
Because it is set between Civil War and Infinity War.
Yeah,
like the majority of it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I would have liked it to come out between then. But I mean, because Scarlett Johansson can sell a movie all on her own. Like, we know that. She, like, Lucy made how many fucking millions, and that was trash. So
into a USB. Black Widow turns into a USB.
Oh, don't remind me.
Plugs into Taskmaster.
So I don't know why it has taken so long, but because I think this is sure to make money. I mean, forgetting the pandemic,
yeah.
But
my man Hawkeye's the only original Avenger now to not have his own film. It's a travesty.
Oh,
it's a joke.
We'll get to him.
Yeah. What? Also, haven't we got confirmed? Isn't Tony Stark confirmed to be in this movie as well?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't think so. Is he?
No, I think he is. I think
he is.
There's rumors that Robert Downey Jr. would be in it at some point. Maybe only a small part, a hologram of him doing something else.
Oh, all right.
I remember it being in like the news that how he got paid obviously a ridiculous amount for like being in it. Hardly.
Yeah.
All right.
If that man farts in a Marvel movie, he gets paid $1 million.
Yeah.
Easily.
I think that's what they're going to do with him now, because he's such an expensive asset. They're just going to maybe, like, if they have filler films to fill in gaps in timelines, they'll just bring him back for like 2 minutes or so, just to have like Iron Man still appearing in films. He could appear in those.
Just forget him. Move on.
Well, like
they'll just do a what if Iron Man didn't die, and they'll just riff off that.
Well, it's like you know they're doing that Ironheart TV show at some point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think they won't do this because it wouldn't make any sense. I think in the comics, she has like a hologram of Tony Stark that like he's like embedded himself in, so he can like essentially mentor her. I think that's the right thing.
I don't think that'll happen. I think she'll probably get paired with Rhodey.
It's like Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't think it will happen. Because like she's never been mentioned that we've never seen. Like, it just wouldn't make any sense. Like,
no,
but
I think that'll
surely he's got to crop up somewhere in Spider-Man.
No,
even if not for very long.
Can we just
like surely he's going to be in that like in a video or a flash. It's not going to be like him, but surely he's going to pop up in that at some point.
No, I don't think he'll pop up in future films. I think he'll pop up in the films which fill gaps, which he was alive at the time for.
Yeah, and he was such a presence in Far From Home, like, and that was after he died. I don't think we need it again. Like, let the Spider-Man just stand on his own finally.
Yeah. It'd probably be with Doctor Strange, I imagine, though. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll come on to
that. So next we got Loki, a month after Black Widow.
I think this is one of my most anticipated ones. I'm really looking forward to this.
Easily the show I'm most excited for.
Yeah. I heard somewhere, I don't know if this is true, that it's sort of like a crime detective story involving Loki. And if that's the case, I am all in for that. I really enjoy Detective Story. And if it's got Loki in it, I'd watch that if it wasn't even part of the MCU. That's how...
That trailer was the best that they released at...
I
can't remember what the conference thing was called.
Yeah.
The other
music.
That was the
music's awesome.
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, I think that's confirmed to be 6 episodes as well.
Yeah, I think that TV show is going to set up a lot of the multiverse stuff that this Phase 4 seems to be going towards. Because I didn't know this, but apparently Loki like breaks the time continuum, and he's going around sort of messing with history, and that's why eventually Owen Wilson's character sort of picks him up.
Okay.
And do you know the bit in the trailer when he's on the plane? Apparently
Cooper.
apparently that's I didn't know that was a true story of a man.
Have you not heard that?
Who jumped out of a plane with some
never
money
got found
and never got caught. That is great.
What was his name? Did you say?
DB Cooper.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned this to Calvin earlier. That's like referenced in like Prison Break. That's like the only reason I know it, to be honest. There's like a whole plot of it in Prison Break.
Because haven't they showed?
Right.
Don't they show? I can't quite remember the trailer, but don't we see Black Widow in there, or someone that we're led to believe is Black Widow?
People
it
thought
looks
it
like her on Vormir, but I don't think it is. I can't remember the actress's name, but I think people are saying that she's Lady Loki.
Yeah, I've heard that, and she could be like the hooded figure you keep seeing causing.
Yeah.
I think that'll be quite good because it'll be like Lady Loki, possibly from a different reality, and he literally has to confront himself and reconcile who he is. Because in the trailer, when the TVA, like the Time Variance Authority, led by Owen Wilson, sort of take him up, they seem to be showing him everything that happened in his life afterwards.
Yeah, there's a hologram of him in from Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. So I think
after this,
him seeing him die will be a big motivator for him changing his ways. So we'll go from this evil, malevolent Loki maybe to something we're more familiar with.
Yeah.
But I think Loki is back to stay, judging by this trailer.
I hope so, because I was so disappointed. It was a great scene, but I was so disappointed when he died. Because Tom Hiddleston is just so good.
He's so well cast.
He's nailed it. From the trailer though, I think I've already completely bought into Owen Wilson's character. I think he looks great. I think he's gonna. Yeah. I think he's gonna be an underrated scene stealer. He looks.
I never
fantastic.
knew I needed Owen Wilson in the MCU until now.
Yeah, I can't remember his comic book name. He's quite important.
Mobius M. Mobius.
He's called Mobius M. Mobius.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I did some reading about the TVA, and apparently, they look into all these time variances and things that can go wrong in the timeline, and I think they have the power to just, if they deem it too dangerous, they have the power to just completely wipe away your universe.
Yeah,
or something mental.
When he's in the trailer, when he's taken into the TVA, there's a mural behind him, and apparently it's a mural of the Living Tribunal, who we know already exists in the MCU because he's mentioned in Doctor Strange. And apparently his sort of purpose is to look over the multiverse. So it'd be quite interesting if I think they will be going down the route of eventually introducing this character, because I know they're apparently one of the strongest characters in the entire Marvel universe.
I think there was a draft of the Infinity War script where Thanos came face to face with the Living Tribunal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that got scrapped.
I think it makes sense because in the comics, when I was looking, apparently, so the TVA have the power to wipe the universe, whatever, if you deviate too much from the timeline. But in instances where they haven't been able to do it is in regards to Kang the Conqueror, who we know has been cast in Ant-Man 3.
Yeah.
So I think that would just make complete sense if eventually that all culminated in the Living Tribunal.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got Richard E. Grant as well in Loki playing an unknown role.
Oh, really?
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. He seems to crop up. He's cropping up a lot. Yeah.
They completely wasted him in Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. That's an argument for another day, though, isn't it?
Do we have to get to that?
We'll do an episode on that, and I'll die defending that film.
I just don't want to watch it again.
I'll be banned from future episodes because my opinions are too controversial.
Should we move on?
Also, in the trailer, I got one more thing about the trailer, sorry. He mentions in the bit when he jumps out the plane, he says, Thor, Heimdall, I'm coming for you or something, or be ready, something like that.
Hope you're ready.
So, hope you're ready. So does that mean that do you reckon we might get a cameo from one of them?
I don't think
we're going to get a Chris Hemsworth cameo.
No, I think that part is he's going around doing all this stuff, and then he tries to go home via the Bifrost, and then I think that's when the TVA are going to pick him up and be like, "What are you doing?" Because
Oh,
he's been
yeah, that
like
would make
going
sense.
around
Yeah.
Okay.
doing like
Okay.
heists through time. I think he's going to break the time continuum even more by just doing Loki things, causing mischief, like he's the god of mischief.
Yeah. I don't think I was more leaning towards like a Heimdall cameo because I imagine Chris Hemsworth, he's too expensive to get for a TV show.
Possibly,
Yeah,
but I
think
don't
we
think he'll
Hemsworth,
get.
but maybe.
I don't even think he'll get to Asgard.
No,
No, I
No.
don't know.
I do. Yeah, I like that idea. That's where he gets picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. That'd be
So
quite
a
sick.
month later after Loki, we've got, well, if it comes out, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Poised to be Marvel's first martial arts movie,
Isn't
which is What If before that.
I think What If might be before that. We'll have to look it up though.
Oh, well, we'll talk about Shang-Chi first anyway. I think they're around
Okay.
the same time, if they are. Does
hopefully-
anyone know much about Shang-Chi? Because
Barely anything.
Absolutely nothing. But it sounds class. Give me a martial arts film.
I love a martial arts movie,
And I'll
so
watch it.
yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it's better than the martial arts they gave us in Mulan though.
It wasn't great, was it?
Well, the only thing we really know is that they're going to be actually casting. I don't know who is playing him, but they're properly doing the Mandarin,
Yeah.
who
It's
who was butchered in Iron Man 3.
Yeah. Do you think they maybe do some like I know in the the snippet they released from Iron Man 3 said that there's a real Mandarin, but I remember Killian saying I'm the Mandarin, so I don't know if there's
Yeah.
going to be like a couple of retcons there, or is he
it's
just like
definitely
they?
a retcon.
Yeah.
Nah, the guy's name is. I'm gonna butcher his name. But his name is Tony Leung Chi Wai, and like I don't think he's like been in a lot of like English films.
Okay.
Ah, cool.
From my bit of research that I've done.
Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing the Ten Rings again because it's essentially where the MCU started, like Iron Man
Yeah, in
being
Iron Man, yeah.
captured
Iron Man.
by the Ten Rings. I think that's a good coming full circle 10 years, 11 years later.
So Jack mentioned the Mandarin in Iron Man 3. I'll start it off saying I loved that twist. I thought it was great.
I didn't hate it.
Is anyone else on my side?
I
I
saw
don't
the
think
difference.
it was that bad. I thought it was all right.
I just remember watching the trailer, and it's like the Ben Kingsley ominous, like when he's like, I'm not even going to attempt an impression of it, but he's like, "You will never see me coming." And that bit, I remember seeing that in the trailer. I was like, I have chills, man. This is going to be so sick. And then he's just a drunk actor who's doing it so he can have sex with prostitutes and get free drugs and beer and stuff. I was like, this is shocking. I was so in the.
But that's not who I want the Mandarin to be.
I've rewatched it like more recently, and well, yeah, no, I know, but I feel like they could have just actually given us the Mandarin, like I don't know, instead of just toying with us.
Without
I
that,
don't
you
know.
never
It
get
didn't sit right with me.
Just gave us a different version because there actually was a Mandarin. It just turned out to be Guy Pearce, which, I mean, I love Iron Man 3, so I was on board with that completely.
I've watched it. I've rewatched it like since, and I do like it a lot more. It doesn't annoy me as much, but when I think about it, it boils my piss.
It just annoyed me when they did it again in WandaVision with Ralph Boner, but the first time was fine, but don't keep doing it.
There's some they've named some quite good, there's quite a good cast in there though to this.
Simu Liu. I don't think I've seen him in anything else.
I don't think I've seen
Awkwafina's in
anything.
it, and I love
Awkwafina's
Awkwafina.
in it, yeah.
She's really good. Michelle Yeoh is in it as well, isn't she?
Yeah.
And is it Ronnie Cheng? I've
What
only
else
ever
has he
seen him do stand up, but I think he's in Crazy Rich Asians. I think he's in that as well. But
Oh right, okay.
I think he's done a lot of like stand up, like SNL kind of stuff.
We've got Florian. I cannot pronounce his second name. Montanu. He played he played Ivan Drago's son in Creed 2.
Oh,
He's
right,
one of the. Because I think the movie is going to center on like a battle royale type type of like arena battles. That's what I heard. Yeah.
So it's the Mortal Kombat movie then.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat in the MCU.
Yeah. I don't know who he's playing, but if he's fighting him, and he's cast as secondary villain.
Secondary villain.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the Mandarin probably going to be the primary villain.
100%.
Secondary villain is one of my favourite superheroes. He's got some crazy
so we
powers,
mentioned it before. We mentioned it before. Should we talk about What If?
Yeah.
I can't wait for What If.
Jack, I know you're excited. You're really excited about What If.
This is my most anticipated one. I just think it's such a I just love animation. There's so many more avenues and things you can explore through it that you can't do in live action, which is the perfect way to introduce this story. I'm really curious to think how it will it fit into the continuity of the whole MCU. Like, will it be its own? I'm sure it won't be its own thing. Also, I know a lot of people do turn their noses up at animation, shrugging it off as being for children. So I don't know how popular it's going to be, but people will have to watch it regardless if it fits into the entire continuity.
That's the thing. People will see the Marvel logo. It's on Disney Plus.
Because have they named what they're going to do? I think they have, haven't they?
We've got
what if Bucky didn't
Haley
die?
Atwell.
Yeah, you got Agent Carter becoming Captain Britain. So she gets the super soldier serum, which actually makes so much sense because you forget she was actually the perfect choice to get it.
Yeah.
And I saw that in part of the trailer, she's riding a Iron Man suit, and I've seen rumors that Steve Rogers is in it.
Yeah,
he's a pilot, which is like a cool duality to get sort of Cap and Iron Man back together.
Isn't that like a zombie Captain America?
There's a zombie Captain America.
It's in the comics. It's called Winter Soldier versus Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, I think that story
sick.
I think that story's just more of a nod for people.
Yeah.
For like big fans of the comics.
The one I'm most excited for is T'Challa gets picked up by Yondu and becomes Star-Lord. Yeah.
Why,
I can't wait for that.
Why I can't wait for that is because it's going to show us more of Yondu's background and his motivation. Like, because we know he was supposed to be taking children to Ego, and now we'll probably get to see why he doesn't do that in an alternate universe. But I really like Yondu, and I feel like we still need to see that part of the story.
I think this is a great idea. It's one of those things where, like, I would if you ask me what are the top 100 things I want from Marvel, I would never think to ask, I'd love if T'Challa was Star-Lord. But now that I know it's a thing they're going to show me, I'm all in for it.
Yeah.
I think they're also doing, from the trailer, I couldn't find what the story was, but in the trailer, Doctor Strange is like fighting himself.
Yeah,
I've
got a theory of where I think that's going to go. For some reason, I think he's gonna try and use his magic to reverse what happened to his hands, and then he's gonna maybe split and create an alternate timeline where he meets an evil Doctor Strange, who in that universe and then he gets to see what happens if he used his powers for his own gain, and that's going to make him stop doing it. And I also saw in a trailer that obviously Jeffrey Wright is playing the Watcher, who we saw as a cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with Stan Lee.
Yeah.
But I saw there's a scene where Doctor Strange meets the Watcher. So I think that might be the Watcher's going to be the guide, but I think it's going to be we're going to see it through Doctor Strange's eyes. And then when it comes to his own film in the Multiverse of Madness, we realise that he knows all about the multiverses because the Watcher has essentially shown him around. I think it would be cool. Actually,
that'd be a good way.
I think I read something before that someone said that there's like a clip, and it's not very long, where it's someone who looks like Peter Parker with like a quiver of arrows on his back.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah,
I'm talking about if Peter Parker becomes Hawkeye instead. And that's up for that. I think it's almost if Jane got hold of Mjolnir as well. I think I read something about that.
Yeah,
there's I think we're going to get that in Thor: Love and Thunder anyway, so I don't know if we'll see that in What If.
I saw about that because they're obviously doing Thor: Love and Thunder. I think I saw Like, there's a lot of theories going around that they might do it with Loki. Like, if Loki was
that's
the
what I
Mjolnir.
saw.
I prefer
There was a
that, yeah.
theory as well, I think, where I'd quite like to see this. They thought if Thanos killed off the other half,
That would be great.
I think that would be a really good idea to see how it would change.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Because how you do in Endgame without Iron Man
Yeah.
or Ant-Man even.
Yeah.
Are we all looking forward to Jeffrey Wright's soothing narration? Because
just the best voice.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. I'll be so excited to watch it, but I'll probably have to drink
You probably have to what?
I'll probably have to drink like an energy drink so he doesn't send me to sleep with his soothing.
Have a monster.
Even though I'll be absolutely buzzing, I'll just pass out because his voice is unreal. Same with the Batman. He'll be describing a gruesome murder to Batman.
And you're like,
I'll pass out. Yeah. Oh,
is he doing
Jeffrey, speak to me.
I think he's doing a podcast as Commissioner Gordon.
Is he? That's crazy.
Something like that.
He should do a podcast just to watch her as well.
That'd be great. More Jeffrey Wright in all the things.
Yeah.
We should. Although we should stop giving advice for other podcasts to rival our own.
Yeah.
Isn't?
Because I know Jeffrey Wright is probably listening.
Jeff Goldblum's coming back as well, isn't he? As the Collector.
The cast for this is insane.
He's the Grandmaster.
Yeah.
The Collector is Benicio del Toro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think there's more of those, the Elders of the Universe. I don't know if they're gonna introduce more of them or if they're gonna be a threat in the future. The Collector is in the trailer for What If, so that'll be interesting because as far as we know, we think he might be dead, but he is immortal, so maybe this is his avenue back into the MCU when we'll see him again.
Yeah, I'm looking at the cast now. It's insane. Like, yeah, so I am very excited for that.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I don't think the episodes are going to be longer than 20 minutes.
No, that's good for animation though.
That's fine, yeah.
That's what people are more accustomed to with animation as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't want 45 minutes per episode.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Hawkeye. I think the one we're all the most excited for, clearly.
Yeah, I know nothing about it though.
Yeah, I know who's in it, and that's about it.
And I know Hawkeye might go deaf, which is from a storyline in the comics, because in one of the images they released, he seems to be wearing a hearing aid. But I think that's a really good avenue to go down, because I imagine he relies on his hearing quite a lot, and it would make sense of why he's passing on the torch to Kate Bishop.
The bow.
Yeah. Passing the bow.
Passing the bow. Yes, we got Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. That's great. Haley Steinfeld is just great in anything she does.
She's great.
So that's definitely setting up, going down that route of setting up the Young Avengers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Florence Pugh
I forgot to mention. Sorry, I forgot to mention earlier because I did read a rumor for Falcon and the Winter Soldier that they might be setting up. Someone might be cast as the Patriot, who's a young Avenger as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I think I saw that. Familiar with the actor.
And America Chavez has been cast in something.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's definitely going down that route.
Yeah. From the set photos that we were given, though, it looks to tend to be like they're on the run for a large part of the TV show. It looks like they're constantly on the move. They look sort of beaten up. So that's the only avenue I can really think of where the TV show's going. I have no idea who the villain could be or what their motivation could be. I don't know why Kate Bishop is with him.
There's a story, because I've read some of the Hawkeye comics like fairly recently, and there's a story where he is like training her, I think, and he gets kidnapped and ends up in, what was the country called you were on about earlier? Madripoor? Was that what it's called?
It all ties in.
It's all connected.
I think it was Madripoor, yeah. So he gets kidnapped and stranded there, and she has to go there and like save him. And there's like quite a lot from like yeah, I thought that'd be quite a cool avenue to go down.
I wouldn't mind that. Like, yeah, spend the majority of the show training her, getting her ready, and then let the climax just be her.
Yeah, because this show is going to be I think, a goodbye for Hawkeye. Largely, he needs to go and spend time with his family now. He's lost them once.
Yeah, just let him live his life. Man.
He went down a dark path. As much as I'd love to see more of Ronin, I don't know.
I kind of want that.
Oh,
I want that Hawkeye Deadpool crossover. That's what I want.
It is confirmed. It is confirmed that we are going to get more Ronin. Like, we are going to see what he was doing.
Oh, yeah, but I don't want him, like, where he is now to go back down that path.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. But I would like to see more of that.
Goodbye for Jeremy Renner. I think that's all we know about Hawkeye. Like you said, we don't know who the villains are.
I know Vera. Is it Vera Farmiga? She's in it.
Farmiga, yeah. I think she's
the mum, isn't she? She's Kate Bishop's mum, I think, isn't she?
Yeah. She's great. Put her in anything.
Yeah.
Next, or around the same time, we've got Miss Marvel coming out.
Yeah. Another one I know nothing about.
I know absolutely nothing
about this.
Apart from she might be in Captain Marvel 2, right?
Yeah, she's casting Captain Marvel 2. Yeah. She's appearing in that.
I think she's like a Captain Marvel super fan, isn't she? That's like
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, they released like a little featurette for this, not a full trailer, but yeah, no visual effect shots or anything. So we're not going to see how her powers look. I think it'll be just a fun sort of TV show. A lot of the other ones seem to be quite heavy, albeit whether it's grief or big action set pieces or goodbyes to characters. In the case of Hawkeye, I think this will be like a nice, fun stopover. Yeah, my first experience with Miss Marvel was the Avengers game that came out last year. That was it. And I liked her in that. I don't really like her powers. Her big stretchy hands gross me out. But otherwise, as a character, I thought she was pretty good.
Oh, you'll hate Reed Richards then.
Well, yeah, like Reed Richards puts his in like gloves and stuff, so you can't. I don't know why playing that game really. Give me the heebie-jeebies.
I think haven't they cast? I don't know her name, but isn't she like a complete unknown? Has she ever done anything before?
Iman Vellani. If she has,
is she the one that slagged the Captain Marvel movie off on Twitter?
I think so.
She slagged it off on Twitter, and then they cast her as Miss Marvel. I think she had to like take down the tweets.
That's a big win.
She definitely said something about it online. Yeah,
I hate this movie.
What was the tweet? Well, I'd like to think the tweet was just like,
I will fuck this,
put me in.
Put me in, coach.
Get me in there. Get me in there, Kev. Get me on the blower.
I'll sort it.
Should we move on to Eternals, which is another one I know a little about, but I am really intrigued by?
Yeah, I know nothing about the Eternals, but I cannot wait for this movie.
Yeah,
cast.
It's insane.
I think they're doing a lot. It's so diverse. They're doing a lot of firsts as well. Like I think Brian Tyree Henry is playing the first openly gay superhero. And then someone else is playing a deaf superhero.
Yeah.
After Hawkeye.
I'll go through the big names in the
cast. Will be a first after
Hawkeye. I can't wait to see Kamal Nanjiani jacked. Yeah. He's got absolutely ripped for this role, isn't he?
Yeah. And I'm just a massive fan of Chloe Zhao. Like, what a strange... I mean, we've got loads of strange, like Taika Waititi coming into the MCU, but I would never thought... I watched The Rider when it came out. I haven't seen Nomadland yet. But when I watched that film, I was not sitting there thinking, this woman should definitely direct a Marvel film. Yeah, it's crazy.
Apparently they only greenlit the movie because of how good her pitch was for it, which really excites me. And
yes, she must be really interested in the...
I don't know how true it is, but everything I've heard about this movie is that Marvel's like really happy with it and they can't believe how well it turned out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite a big staple film for where the MCU is going to go. Apparently, the Eternals, of what I know of them, sort of it's going to be like a saga through a lot of time. I don't know, or they
the scope of it is massive.
Yeah, they
through,
built
thousands of years.
a lot of Earth civilizations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks like they've come to Earth. Sorry, they've come to Earth and they like live amongst people. I think like Cameo Nanjiani plays like a Bollywood superstar.
Bollywood star, yeah.
And like they all just basically live among us. And then I think the plot is like after the events of Endgame, they realise that they kind of have to be more involved in things.
Yeah.
Because I think they're on Earth to like almost like hide.
Yeah.
Because they're so mad powerful.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll quickly rattle off the big names in the cast because they're just insane. So we've got Richard Madden, Kit Harington, Angelina Jolie, Kumail Nanjiani, Gemma Chan, Selma Hayek, Barry Keoghan, and Brian Tyree Henry are like the big names in this. And did anyone ever expect Angelina Jolie to be in a Marvel movie?
Never.
No.
That was the one I was like, what?
Is Gemma Chan a different character in this?
Yeah,
she's in
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
They must
Captain Marvel character's dead, so.
Yeah. Fuck it. For Angelina Jolie, they either the script is unbelievable or they have thrown the biggest wad of cash.
Ton of money.
Yeah. Same as Salma Hayek. I would never thought Salma Hayek would be in a Marvel film.
Oh no, I think Salma Hayek looks like she's up for a laugh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Richard Madden, because I think Richard Madden's a great actor.
Yeah, he is great.
I think he'll definitely be like one of the leading characters.
I think he is the lead sort of
Icarus.
Yeah.
I think I saw Salma Hayek as like the leader. I think he's like the tactical leader or something. Like he's like in terms of like combat and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to know how the Black Knight, because that's who Kit Harington's playing. I want to know how that like fits in, because like if you look online, it just says like he's just a human man who wields a mythical sword. So I wonder how that's going to play a part in. Yeah,
some fantasy tropes, nice in the MCU. Looking forward to that.
Yeah,
everyone loves a magical sword.
And I can only imagine that Richard Madden and Kit Harington are going to have screen time together. So they already got their Game of Thrones chemistry.
Yeah, you need that brotherly love.
Imagine this big movie and they never meet.
Yeah, they're never in the same scene together.
I'd be right into Chloe.
Yeah, so that's out November 5th. So that's a ways off. But
that's probably my most anticipated film of this year, probably.
Yeah, I think it's going to set up some big stuff. I even think maybe it will hint at, because they're coming out of the woodwork, they feel like they have to show themselves. Like, will it introduce the next big threat from space? Why are they hiding on Earth? Maybe. They're obviously hiding from something.
I think their arch enemies are called like the Deviants, which is literally their opposites.
Yeah.
So I don't know much about it, but it does sound sick. I'm very excited. I think
it's going to be like quite a campy affair, like you said, with Kumail Nanjiani's character being a Bollywood star.
Yeah.
And just judging this over the costumes that were released, they were in this so like one skin tight type thing. They look like traditional superhero costumes, which I'm quite looking forward to seeing.
They've all got like really like, it is kind of like an X-Men affair, because they've all got like very different
random powers. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think I saw the deaf character, she uses cosmic force to give herself super speed, and because she's deaf, she's not affected by her own sonic booms. And I was like, that's just incredible. Mental. That's just a sick. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was interested to see what Kumail's powers would be, because I just can't wait to see him be a superhero. And I looked, and he just shoots lasers out of his hands.
No,
so
he'll do it in a cool way, or a funny way.
In a cool way, definitely. Yeah.
It'll be quip after quip.
Quip after quip.
Yeah, I love him. He's
next. We've got thwip after thwip, because a month later we've got Spider-Man: No Way Home, December 17th.
I feel like I know.
Otherwise known as Spider-Man Home Slice.
I feel like I know everything,
Home Depot.
But also nothing about this film. Because there's all the rumours and there's all the talk, but there's no one seems to know.
what I've taken away, and this is probably intentional, you know when they released that picture of the whiteboard with all the different stuff on it, all the different fake names. One of them was Spider-Man. That's so Craven. So that obviously makes me think of Craven the Hunter, which I think would be a sick character. And James, you had a sick idea for.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
The plot,
so
didn't you?
this theory that I found online it got me so excited. So it's Craven the Hunter as like an interdimensional time hopping or like timeline hopping Spider-Man hunter. So like that's why potentially we're getting Toby and Andrew back through that way. And I thought that idea was incredible. I would watch the shit out of that.
Yeah, that would make sense, because if you're gonna do Craven the Hunter, how does this man fit into like the multiverse?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I also think Doctor Strange, for some reason, I feel like he's going to pop up in it, because he seems like
he's confirmed.
He's confirmed, isn't it?
Yeah,
because I can see him having the sort of Iron Man dynamic with Peter Parker, because they did fight together on Titan, and they did seem to have that like student master sort of relationship.
Yeah,
I read something a while ago.
They both live close together.
Yeah.
Just get on the tube.
I read something a while ago. I don't want to get my hopes up for it, 'cause it's probably one of those things that's just a coincidence. But they said that apparently Charlie Cox.
That was Daredevil.
That was another one of the rumors.
Yeah, but I reckon if he is in it, he's not going to be Daredevil. He's just going to be some like random bloke, and it's going to be like a little Easter egg.
Boner.
No. Yeah.
It'd be awesome if he was.
Well,
They did bring him in
Daredevil
and
if
they
he's
were
in
like, he's Daredevil. I'd love that, but I don't want to get my hopes up.
It'll be It'll be yeah.
As long as we get Charlie Cox and not Ben Affleck, I'm alright.
Yeah.
Hey, Affleck's Daredevil. Underrated. Underrated.
Because like the rumors are that he's going to be Daredevil and he's going to be like Peter Parker's lawyer.
Yeah.
If we had a scene in a courtroom where his lawyer was about to walk in and Ben Affleck walked through those doors, I would openly weep in the cinema. Like, this is immense. I'm like, give that man all the films. I don't care what people say about him. He's great.
I think we'll get Matt Murdock if it's going to be because I can see, like, judging off the way the last one ended, where everyone finding out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, he's going to have to go to court for some reason. I can see his lawyer being Matt Murdock, but I don't think we'll see him as Daredevil. But
I don't think we'll see him as Daredevil, because realistically, what is Daredevil going to do? The Daredevil that we know in this universe, what is he going to do against?
He is awesome. He has some of the best fight scenes out of the...
Yeah, but they're against real people, not Electro.
He can throw his batons at them.
Yeah, he could do something.
Yeah, the big climax is that he comes in and kicks Electro in the head and it just ends.
Ones with a baton. So speaking of Electro anyway, I know he took it down off Instagram not long after, but Jamie Foxx did basically confirm that he is in this movie and he is playing Electro and he isn't blue. Yeah. But I think he might have got told off by Disney.
Yeah. He did a Tom Holland.
Well, the thing was, he posted
time around him.
He posted a bit of fan art. I don't know if it was from Boss Logic or not, but he posted it on his Instagram, and it was Electro with the 3 different Spider-Men in the foreground. So everyone, I think that's maybe what started off all the rumors of Toby and Andrew coming back.
Yeah, what do we think? Do we think it's going to be like all those, like Toby and Andrew or Jamie and Alfred Molina are rumored to be cast? Do you think that'll be like just bit parts?
I hope not.
There'll be quick cameos, or do you think
there'll
be?
I hope they are like
substantial roles.
Yeah, because I was thinking that maybe they would be bit parts, and it'll be like, so if we're going down the line that it's going to be Craven, he's an interdimensional Spider-Man hunter, like maybe he's just fighting Craven and I don't know, whatever he uses to jump through time or space, like almost like a comedy thing, like, you know, they press the button and he goes into a different dimension, and maybe like Tobey Maguire's fighting Doc Ock in that one and they press it again, and then he presses it again and then he goes, and, you know, kind of like that, like maybe a bit part. But there's so much hype around it now. If I was filming that film and that was what I was going to do, I'd almost be inclined to be like, shit, we need to put them in it more.
Yeah,
Because people are going to be super angry.
That Craven theory would be quite cool if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were a big part. If they seek Peter out and be like, we've got to take this down, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I think they both deserve one more shot at being Spider-Man.
They promised us years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So bring him in. Bring him all in.
And that's a wrap. Thank you as always for listening, guys. We hope to see you all next time for our review of the premiere episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier this weekend. If you're watching on YouTube, write down in the comments which Marvel movie or show you are most excited for this year. Follow us on Twitter at Keeping It Real UK. From there, you can find all our links. Follow us on Spotify, rate us on Apple, like and subscribe on YouTube, all that good stuff. Have a great week, and we'll see you real soon.